Oh boy. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. I ain't been on here in a while as far as walking live anyway. But as y'all can see, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. I'm still putting in the work. Uh so my coach sent me those pictures Saturday. Uh and so those are my progress pictures so far. More currently, I'm almost at 30 pounds down now. So yeah, we still out here doing the dang thing. And I'm happy, I'm proud of myself. And to be honest, I'm back. If that makes any sense, I am back. And it feels great to be back and doing what I love doing. So this is not only, you know, not only taking care of myself, but it's redundant how I said that. Not only doing a little something for myself, but it's one of my forms of self care. Getting out here, getting my steps in, hitting the gym, you know, putting in the work. And this week, coach is kicking it up a notch. So, so today, I believe he added an extra circuit again. So, so walked in, warmed up, uh, did my 25 post squats, holding the 25-pound dumbbell. Then I did my 12 deadlifts. I don't even remember how much that weight was. That shit was heavy. I did my kickbacks on the machine, 15 of those, uh, 20 triceps, um, 25 kettlebell rows, uh, 15 on the ab wheel, uh, 20 butterfly raises, 20 butterfly raises, then 20 push-ups. And start over, repeat that whole set two more times. So it's safe to say I'm feeling it. Man, especially coming that third set when I got down doing them squats and then them deadlifts, and I was walking like a penguin to the next machine. I was like, dude. So the hardest workouts are always done first, or the more strenuous, I should say, because even though the squats are working your lower body, but it also kicks your cardio up a little bit too because you have to push yourself up, through your heels. And almost the same concept for the deadlifts. Only thing different with that is that you're hinging and then you're slowly raising. And doing that, you have to make sure you keep your form and make sure um, that your core is tight and you don't make any sudden jerky movements because what'll happen is you will you'll strain your back. And I will be the first to tell you any type of strained back, any type of pulled muscle in your back, any type of back discomfort, periods, is not fun. It's not fun at all. And shoot. So yeah, so you definitely have to protect that back. And also this is why I wear my trainer too. My my Sculpt Touch uh fitness belt, waist trainer, whatever you call, whatever you want to call it. I definitely wear it for those reasons, really. More so to keep my back stable. Uh, as far as it, helping. help inform my waist, it makes it it makes the deal even sweeter, you know. So, but that is definitely what I use it for, man. And so I'm down here now at the park, going ahead and knocking out these steps real quick, and I'm debating if I want to go on ahead uh and you know go and cut my yard. Let's see, why monkey not in zoo? You want to ask your mother that. You should try to ask your mother that. Why she isn't in the zoo? You know. Uh, Also, too, speaking of monkeys, a couple of monkeys got shot down in Mississippi. Shit, you might want to check on your people. Mm, check on your folks. Some monkeys got taken out in Mississippi. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Hey, Bun Sheila, salutes. You're on your way to steal some watermelon. Now I'm on the way to steal your father. How about that? How about that? How about that? Show your father, you know, what a real woman is, so he can stop, indulging bestiality and fucking your mother. How about that? Mm. Hey, my Sheila, what's up, sis? Let me tell you, troll something. I am not the one. Uh, let's see, Black Pearl, what's up, sis? What's up? Yeah. Tell you what, you little troll, you got the right one. You got the right one. To see, I troll back, but you can see me. I ain't got no shame. I'm gonna call you out, and I'm gonna embarrass you. But anywho, that was fun. That was fun. Let's see. It says Cliff. Why folks really come on here talking that crazy to you? I'm not gonna say me in particular, but in these vertical lives, they definitely, they definitely do. They, like to come in and try to say some off the wall stuff and try to get the host out their body and things like that. And me, mm-mm. So I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. And in fact, I will actually stoop low, if not lower, and give them a taste of their own medicine. And then they go away. They go away. So sometimes they go away, sometimes they don't, and then of course that's where my mods will come in and they go ahead and take out the trash. So people are weird, and if you don't like what someone posts, keep it moving. Facts. Facts. And speaking of weirdness, man, this Mo3 sector, oh my goodness. It's, in my opinion, yeah, sometimes you have to read them for feel right. I mean, I'm white from Texas, but that is crazy. Yeah, and believe it or not, a lot of times these trolls are kids. So you would definitely be surprised. A lot of these trolls are kids, you know, uh, and sometimes they like to come in, say little stuff and whatever. Yeah, like I said, nah, you got some that are kids, and then of course you do have a few that are adults, miserable, lifeless, no purpose and no purpose and all that. So yeah, but it's all good though. It's all good though. They not hurting me not one bit. But yeah, but back to this Mo3 sector though. Um, from what I've been catching up on, whenever I am on this app, and for the most part, that's when I'm at work, um, Monday through Friday nights, and then of course the afternoons when I tune in to TT's live, um, when I'm in the line, waiting to pick up the kids and things like that. And so it seems that the hot topic right now is SD and his his girlfriend Beezy. And I don't know what happened on B-Way's live because that was that Sunday. And of course I went to sleep. So apparently, uh from what I noticed in Mahaya's playback, Beezy got into it and was scratching, I guess, with Mink, with Isha. Uh, you know, don't even give me the line to you. But now, fast forward, as of this morning, I'm assuming, I guess they decided to dox the girl. And I, I still, I still don't understand. I still don't. It just baffles me. You're blessed then for not letting it get to you. Of course. Yeah, nah. I got thick skin. And on top of that, I'm from Memphis. So that little stuff right there, Chad, please. Nah, you don't want to go head up with a Memphis native trying to roast troll or anything. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. But yeah, so I'm assuming DZ got doxxed or whatever. I guess they found her Facebook or pictures. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened, the extent to what happened and stuff like that. It's I just don't understand. And that's always been one of the things that I never understood in this sector. Um, all the doxing and the purpose of it. You know what I'm saying? You wanna look up people's information, you actually spend money, you know what I'm saying, to get information, address, background checks, and it it's ridiculous. For what? You know, for what? And then you take it a step further, and any listed relatives, you want to call their loved ones and their family members, like, bro, are we in middle school? Are we still in grade school? Like, for what? Calling people like, dude, man, the last time someone called my phone and and played on my phone with me, man, look, I jumped in my car and I pulled up and almost kicked that door down. You know what I'm saying? Some people you just don't play with. So, nah. So Isha was talking to SD and the girlfriend jumped in. Okay, okay. And this is my thing here. Of course, I'm neutral. I'm neutral. I rock with Isha. I rock with SD. But they are ex situations. You know what I'm saying? They're ex situations. And honestly, This whole thing between them two had been stemming ever since Mr. Houston got his drunken behind up there, with that 8 hour long, that 8 hour long, drawn out mess he called himself, exposing Isha and all this stuff, and just, dude. And so craziest thing was FD, was up on, hopped up on the panel or whatever, and it was like at first he was like, at first he was like complimenting or whatever, and then shit just went left, and now we just, man, bitch, this bitch, that hoe, that disease, this, blah blah blah, like bruh, and it's now been what, 3 weeks now, 3 weeks since they've been back and forth at it, and my whole thing is this, like, look, y'all are ex situations. Uh, you both have clearly moved on. Why is it so hard to just move on? To just move on. And you would think on the outside looking in, if you were in Fly Rebel and Beezy shoes and you see them two going at it, you know what I'm saying, live for live, back and forth on the panel and scratching like that, you make you wonder, like, damn, like, do y'all still got a thing for each other or something? Like, old news. Oh, and now I remember how they ended up spatting. Apparently, when they was talking about they first link up or whatever, I guess it was a discrepancy with who paid for the room. Man, look, that was what? It's 2025. Yeah, I think this happened with 2023. Like that's, man, look, 2022, 2023, last 2025. Said hi, AR1. Yeah, like that was 3 years ago. Why are you still talking about this? And then I can take this hood off now. Then it got warm. It was a little cool when I left the gym cause I was sweating. Yeah, I ain't out here. Don't get it twisted. This is a fresh this is a fresh relaxer retouch. And I got my edges, so my edges don't get look, don't play with me. Don't play with me. but but yeah, bro, let it go. You know? Let it go. That's why I said I rock with both of them. I have no dog in the fight. I just, sit in the chat, just listen to each other's commentaries, and I will, you know, but man, look, it's not that serious. It's not that serious, especially if y'all haven't dealt with each other in so long. Or, hmm, it's something we don't know behind the scenes. Now, I'm not saying that. Don't say, oh, Lady B said no. Lady B's don't know. I'm just saying, there's a lot of those things you just gotta take into consideration. Like, y'all into it like this, and y'all are moved on, and man, look, you ain't went to bingo. Okay, they better save their energy and get a job. Right, right, right. And see, of course, me working third shift, of course, I'm able to see all of that stuff like that. And then when I wake up, um, and handling any business I need to do, and stuff like that. But you ain't gonna see me on here all day and all night. You know what I'm saying? All day and all night. But and I'm pretty sure Beezy. Cause if you think about it like this, he could handle himself, but you gotta consider, you know, the players in the situation. Nah, probably would understand. I probably would have hopped up and like, look, you know what I'm saying? Because if they meet up, you know damn well he ain't gonna fight her. That'd be just wrong. That'd be just plain wrong. But we're putting ourselves in those situations like that anyway. Like I do. He ain't even on social media anymore. You know, he hates it. He hates that uh I'm even on it. But like I was telling him, like I'm a content creator, so this is this is pretty much what I do, and it's my hobby on the side. You know what I'm saying? The creativity, but yeah, I see you slim down the feathers. I have. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, on my Instagram, my Facebook, it's just the first quarter. So still have to post my videos. I have been documenting everything from the start. When I started taking shots and things like that. So before that, I was doing everything, 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 and shoot. So that's one of the things, when you get over 40 and all of that stuff, when you have a job and when life is life and you don't have time for all that activity, right, right. Case in point, that girl Gina, shoot, look, but Sheila, I know you in Vegas. It's a wonder you ain't look. It's a wonder you ain't hit that pad like, look, bitch. Oh my God. Man, that damn girl is, whew, that's all I can say. Lady Beast of the Beast in the East. What's up, Wolf? What's up? Man, yeah, that dang girl. Shoot, need she need all the prayers, all the holy water, all the oil. Look, she needs the Vatican. She needs a bishop. She needs a high priest. Fuck it. She needs a damn witch lady. look, look, she needs every kind of anything. Cause man, that is embarrassing. She go to your church. Dude, are you serious? Wow. Look, I look. I know you be sitting there side eyeing the hell out of her. I'm petty. I'm petty. And see, God know my heart. God know my heart. But if you go to my church and you on YouTube, you got the 25 hours, 8 days a week. Look, all on the panels and scratch with folks, started with folks, and then late at night, you going to the corner store 10 damn times and walking your dog and then bragging how you, what she say, rock her hips and slide that dick. Bruh, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then you walk up in my church talking hallelujah. You don't hallelujah your ass sitting there in baptism pool and stay. Matter of fact, learn how to breathe under that damn water. Just dip and stay. You saw one time they said anything to you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. He's sitting there in the pew. She walking, hey, lady. Look, look, right finger up, gotta go. Cause I know me, I would have said some stuff. Bitch, I don't know you. If you don't get out of my face, don't you always just sit by me? No, no. Fuck you sitting by me for? You need to be up there. Look, you need to sit in front of the motherboard. That's where you need to sit. Sit in front of the motherboard. Cause that's gonna keep you in check. No, ma'am. Sit right there in front of that motherboard. Ain't no way. Sister Gina. Oh, man. Mm-mm. Look, so one time, what they tell you right there? What they tell you right there? See, you only spend it one damn time in church. Because he on YouTube all the freaking time. And I bet you that 17K of 401K she done cashed out. She ain't getting none of it. She ain't getting none of it in tithes, I bitch. She ain't pay no tithes. She ain't pay no offering. She ain't pay the Sunday school. The building fund. She ain't do nothing. Man, look. Just tragic. Yeah. Mighty King Gina Joe Young. Yup. Huh. Yup. Huh. And of course, like I said, I'm a neutral. And of course, I don't have anything against nobody, but, I got my opinions for sure. And that one is very strong. That one is very strong. And now she into it with B-Way. And it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. See, I tell people like B-Way is a Pisces. We are very patient. We're very patient, and we will sit on something for a long time, and we will let it. We will either let it build up, or we'll get fed up. And he done got fed up. Like, that man got fed up. Now it's on. And now when she come at him, gloves are off. Nah, leave him alone. Something most definitely is off with her, like mentally. Like, this is the one thing I don't understand. How is it that you're supposed to be in a relationship with someone and obviously she said he pay all the bills, but he don't respect her. That man don't respect her. The biggest example of that is that she getting out late at night. She out late at night going to the corner store. She out on the panel asking folks for cash apps. She walking up to people on the street asking for $6, for $5, bruh. And you bragging about your Nola man? Jeremy would not let me step foot out of that door after the sun go down at all. At all. He ain't going. Unless it's an emergency. You know what I'm saying? The kids get sick or something. I mean, you go to the Walgreens or something, get some medicine. No, I ain't finna go out to no damn corner store, and I damn sure ain't finna be asking no strangers for no cash after, bruh. Nah, I don't even ask my sisters for money, and they get mad at me. Like my third sister, she's home until January, and she like baby sister, don't you keep going without. Closed mouth don't get fed. You know we right here, just say something. And me, I'm like, oh, I'm good. I mean, cause me, it's like if I don't have it and I don't have the means to get it, obviously I'm gonna wait till I get paid, or I just ain't gonna get it at all. Ain't that serious? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be all right. I ain't gonna die. But this girl here, man, ain't no way. And then she got adult kids. She has adult offspring. Where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? Unless they don't give a fuck about her. My son is 7 years old, and and he'll risk his life and stick his chest out at his daddy. And I'm like, son, look, baby, I love you. You my only son. Don't do that. My my son will stick his chest out at his dad. Look, man, look. My son is 7. If I'm not down for my nap if I go to work, he will snatch my phone out of my hand, put the blanket on me, mommy, go to sleep. You hear me? If I'm not feeling good, my son right there, 7 years old. Man, look. Then yesterday, I don't know why, but he did. My son brought my little blood pressure machine. My sister had got me. They're like, mommy, check your blood pressure. I was like, baby, I'm fine. I'm okay. Look, she tells all the business because she doesn't have real friends. She's special needs. Yeah, the real friends part, she definitely don't have that. She definitely don't have that. And it's sad. I'm trying to get my keys out of my pocket. Uh, yeah, I mean, the attention seeking is real. Like, and it's desperate and it's sad. It is sad. And then she mad. And then one thing she mad about with B-Way is that she inboxed him her coochie pics, and somehow the coochie pics, got dispersed. But he wasn't the only one she was sending coochie pics to. And and come on now, you know better. You know better. This is YouTube. This is YouTube. Why would you send news to anybody in the freaking movie sector on YouTube? I don't care how genuine they say that they are, how real they are, how they say I ain't. No, you don't do that. And then you got folks on here that's literally three faces. I ain't gonna say two faces. They three faces. They three faces. One minute they cheering this side on, other minute they cheering that side on. In contrast to the other side. And then they in the middle talking about, hey, I'm just in the chat. You lying three faces bastard. You know damn well. And then they be the ones that stir up all the confusion. It be the subs. And the one tell that stir up all the confusion. They be going to people's ear. You know what I'm saying? And start mess. Because they want to see some mess. And me, I just sit there and I just sit there and I look. I was like, man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Have I indulged in a little bit of mess from time to time? Yes, I have. I ain't gonna lie, I have. I mean, y'all see my edits. And honestly, that's from a comedic standpoint. You know, if I saw something in that live and I saw something that was funny in it, or like anything, you know, I'll do edits and stuff like that. But have I indulged in a little mess? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But the only ones, you know, who I really, you know, confided in, you know, in that regard, was my girls in the Stowe gang and B-Way and Duck. You know, I see something that's funny because B-Way and Duck got ways of just making it 100 times funnier. I send them to them. They'll laugh at it. Boom. I don't even put my watermark on there. Like, here, you can have it. You know, do what you will. You know, it's obvious that she doesn't know better. Yeah, she don't know no better. She don't. Because my thing is, she's 52. She's 10 years older than me. I'm 42. She's 52. Come on now. Ain't no way you on this internet uh gallivanting matching with 40, 30, 20 year olds on his YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like you just big shit popping and you just going outside. And it's very sad. It's very sad. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, but I trip off these folks though. Like I really do. And of course y'all see me. You know, mind my business. I'm working out, you know, getting myself and stuff like that, working on the better me. My best friend, she's preparing for her grand opening, hopefully in December. Uh, you know, at Makita's, you know, out the way. Yeah, turn it off. I really do. I'm turning my watch off, so y'all gonna be looking at some gravel for a second. Yeah, though. It's just crazy to me. Like, and then she don't see nothing. And then she don't see nothing wrong. Like, how you don't see anything wrong is beyond me. I be in the bush sometimes and I just listen. I do too. I do too, especially when I'm at work. Yeah, especially when I'm at work. Okay, there we go. Yeah, especially when I'm at work. You know, I sit, and I listen in, and sometimes I'll pop out and I'll say something, then I'll go right back, doing my thing. And that was the other thing that tripped me out about her too. How she was, who was she going at? Isha, I think. Talking about she gonna call her job and tell them she on YouTube on a job, bitch. First of all, you need to see if you can get a goddamn application. Make that make sense. Like, make that make sense. You want to snitch on somebody they got a job, but you ain't got no job. But my Nola man take care of me. My Nola man pays all the bills. But you ain't got nothing though. But a dog. It's sad, man. It's sad. It is very, very sad. But that doxing stuff, I still don't understand. I don't see the point of it, and I don't even see what the gain is from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that person got to pass. Guess what? We all got to pass. We all ain't perfect in this joint. Or, you know what I'm saying? These folks live in some apartments. Guess what? They got a roof over their head. They blessed. Hallelujah. They ain't on the street. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got a Nissan. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you scratching, trying to, trying to make someone look bad, and you don't even realize how foolish that makes you look. Like, that makes you look even more foolish, because guess what? The one thing the thing that you laugh at is gonna be the same thing that's gonna make you cry. So, that's a word right there. Like, I am not going to come on here and shit on anybody for what they got going on in their life. Cause guess what? My life ain't peaches and cream either. You know? I'm not gonna come on here and shit on nobody. You live in an apartment, guess what? You blessed. You know what I'm saying? You blessed. You got a place to lay your head. If you got kids, you got a place, you got a place for your kids to lay their head. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got that. I can drive around the corner right now and show you all of the people that don't have a place to lay their heads. As a matter of fact, I think maybe 3/4 of a mile away from my house, there's this elderly couple that's literally living in a tent in a field in between this old daycare center and these apartments. And it just breaks my heart, to even see them like that, like living in a tent. And these are elderly, probably disabled people, living in a tent. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like right around the corner from my kids' school. And I would see them sometimes, you know, every other morning out walking their dog, and the gentleman, he has
I don't know what that condition is. I don't do men get osteoporosis? I know women get it, but do men get osteoporosis? I don't know, but that's what it looked like. Like his back is so hunched to where it is like I was like, wow. And you were sitting here, you were living in this tent, and yet you're thriving, but still that type of condition, like, and I don't know if they have any family or anything like that, but it's just them and their dogs. And I just and I pray for them, and and because if I was able to, I would definitely try and help out in any way I can. But then sometimes too, you have those people, you know that that are prideful and don't want that help. um and so sometimes you kind of gotta kind of be careful with how you approach that, because some people, they appreciate help. The other people, they will cuss you the fuck out, like, I don't need your help, fuck you. Like, I be like, well, damn. Like, so it's it's just one of those things. But but yeah, and I remembered seeing them a couple of years ago. And they would go walking, and that gentleman, bless his heart, and 'cause I think his wife is disabled too, and he's pushing her around in her chair, whatever, and his back. And I'm just like, wow. And then fast forward earlier, a couple of months ago, I see them, coming out, they living in a tent. So, you know, and it's sad. And then you got these folks on this app being foolish, knowing that they are blessed in many more ways than one, way more than they deserve, but yet they still showing their whole asses on here. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't do it. All this back and forth and bickering and things like that for what? Like, because someone said something that you didn't like, or because a person had an opinion, and you like, hey, it's time to cut all that bullshit now. Do you not see what's going on in the world right now? You know what I'm saying? The whole SNAP crisis, with this government shutdown, and you got you got disabled, you got elderly, you got children, college students, single moms, things like that, that rely on that assistance. And and now they're either at food pantries, or scrambling, trying to figure out how they gonna get their next meal, what they even gonna feed their kids. You know what I'm saying? And y'all on here raising hell. And so, like, mm, it's crazy though how America is supposed to be the richest country. America's supposed to be the richest country with all the resources and things like that, and yet it's the most wasteful and ungrateful country too. You know what I'm saying? Make that make sense. You know, Seeing how like with the food, for instance, Sam's Club, it really shocked me when we went to Sam's Club. Sam's Club is very big for their rotisserie chickens. And so and so the worker was saying that they throw them away at the end of each night. Like, wait, you do what? Like, perfectly good rotisseries, and they throw them away. I'm like, wait a minute. So y'all don't even mark them down, or at least sell them half off the next day or something. Y'all just throw them away. Like, that's crazy to me. Like you couldn't take that to the shelter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see. Mississippi Swine, salute, salute. got this glare. I need to get my butt onto the house. While I'm sitting here, knowing I need to put some gas in my car. I'm sitting there running my mouth. But yeah, though, yeah. All this stuff going on in the world, and then you got this dude in office that don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about nothing but that damn ballroom of his. And then like we all been saying, you know, as far as the Dems and the Republicans, like it said, like someone said in the chat, is 2 wings, 1 bird. What they tell you right there? 2 wings, 1 bird. And it's like you gotta open your eyes and, you know, and see the play for what it is. Cause these folks is not coming to agreement and things like that, and look who's suffering. You know, people are suffering, but you're supposed to be for people. Make that make sense. I'm driving, so if I pixelated, that's what's going on. But yeah, they trip me out. The orange man was saved. And you know what? And that's what I said too. I said that he gonna do something. He gonna pull a play or something, and then try to take all the credit. Like, I did this, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, just stop. Just stop. Mm-hmm. But yeah, back to this though. Back to this Mo 3 second. And look, there's a tent over here right now. I can't turn around to it because I gotta make this turn somebody behind me. But I just drove past the tent right here. I'm in downtown. I'm downtown, and I literally just drove past the tent right there. And I'm surprised that it's even there, because a lot of times the police will and had to make them move. Yeah, but I literally just saw a tent just that quick. Like, I could not imagine. I can't imagine. Right, right, right. And see, and that was the only resource that I had. I was on WIC. When I had my kids, and and reason why I got on it, because my coworker used to work at the health department, and when I came on, I had my son, and I moved to another position, and I got more hours and became full time. And honestly, I had stopped going to the health department altogether. and over here to this whole other, this whole other area, and like I just, I just stopped going. But I was in a better position to where I really didn't even need it anymore, because I was, because I was making the money, and on top of that, that's affected. Me being the head of the household, that's her. I'm the head of the household, and on top of that, I'm help. We got 3 more kids in the house that, they're not mine, but they're his. They're shooting, and I'm not trying to put her business out there, but bless her heart, you know, she going through it herself. So yeah, it's hard out here for everybody. It's hard out here for everybody. You know, and these folks on YouTube scratching, and I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. The doxing is stupid. It's just stupid. I never saw anything funny about it. Like, okay, so you looked up a person's government name, okay, and now what? Okay, you found out that they were incarcerated for whatever reason, okay, and now what? They live in an apartment, okay, now what? Like, I just I don't understand it. Or then they talk about someone's physical appearance and things like that, and knowing damn well you yourself looking like you done came out of Spit Bucket, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Looking like, damn it, I'll bite you. Your goddamn self. Knowing damn well you about a freaking cheeseburger away from diabetes, your damn self, but want to call some guys, but want to call somebody fat. Make that make sense. Like, make that make sense. Then talking about I'm making money, as you should. You're damn adults. You're supposed to get out here and make money. Your mama ain't gonna fucking feed you. You're supposed to get your ass out here and make some money. The fuck? Like, it's stupid to me. It's stupid. It is 10:37. I am ready to eat. I am ready to eat. Yeah, buddy. I just trip off of these folks. I guess we'll see how this whole BZ and SD saga unfold. I know SD was live last night, and he was was airing out his frustrations. And I'm guessing from what I gathered, BZ I guess wasn't truthful with him on some. I guess that was unnecessary, and he was upset about that, and he didn't go into detail what that was, but obviously it was something that that frustrated him, because I'm guessing from his point of view. I mean, it was something that didn't even make no sense to withhold. Like, I don't know. I don't know. thought they were, they were gonna be okay. It's just one of those spats, that couples get into. They're gonna be fine. And I was like, okay, well, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. And he seemed, he seemed very happy. And me, I'm a lover of love. I want to see everybody happy. Everyone that deserves it anyway. Let's put it that way. People that are deserving of happiness, that are spreading good vibes, that are spreading positivity, not being a cancer. You know what I'm saying? They deserve that. They deserve that. It doesn't make sense when you got grown-ups. Yeah. You want to flash your money. You got kids. You're supposed to make money. You got to take care of your kids. Like, you got your own place. Guess what? You got to pay your bills. Like you ain't living on the free housing. Hell, they damn sure ain't doing that. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure TT and Isha will be live later on. So I'll hop in, and see what their commentary is, what they're talking about. I think they're probably going to continue with the Halloween contest on B-Ways, their costume contest. That costume contest, oh my God. When I say the ladies did their thing, they did their thing. And honestly, after Manny B, I didn't even expect to see anything higher than that. I was like, yo, ain't nobody topping that. I don't see it. I just can't. But boy, I was wrong, because Lady Lie came with the Nightmare Before Christmas, with the Nightmare Before Christmas body paint. I loved it. And then IGT, Jesus Christ. I was still spooked like an hour later after the contest was over. I'm sitting here like, I had an idea what was going to happen. I've never seen The Ring, but I am aware of the whole, girl coming out the TV thing, and the whole 7 days, like I'm aware of that, but I've never seen The Ring. I'm not a horror buff. I don't watch horror that much. But I had an idea, what was to come. But for him to pan over and she's crawling out that damn TV, I jumped so freaking hard, cause I was like, yo, like she really crawled out the motherfucking TV, like, dude. I was expecting him to turn around and she was just standing there, but the whole man, look, clock it, the poetry snaps, baby, that was, yeah, but I had told B-Way, when I hit the pan when I got off of work, the weekend prior to, and I was like, why don't you just do, places, instead of doing a winner take all, cause these folks gonna come with it. And he said in hindsight that he should have done that, because I mean the talent was just immaculate. They showed up and showed the fuck out. Like, they did that. That was just, man. And so I said, Halloween is on a Saturday, next year. So, yeah, it's going down. It's going down. They like Toya, you need to participate. Stop playing. You be doing all these makeup looks and outfit change and stuff like that. Now you need to get in and stop playing. Try win this money. Okay. Okay. So I got a couple of ideas. I got a couple of ideas in the works. Um, a couple of looks, a couple of productions and things like that. So, cause what IGT did, what Manny B did, that is, and Lady La, that's right up my alley. That is right up my alley. So I already know. Yeah, next year's gonna be some real deal heat. I already know. That's gonna be some real deal heat. Yeah, Sko was like, Sko like, yeah, come on with it. You have work. I got you. I got you. Shoot, depending on how intricate my costume or costumes are. Shoot, I don't know. I do got something in the works though for the winter season. So on TikTok has this trend that goes on every year, called the Snow Miser and the Heat Miser. And so I've been researching looks for that, and I think I may want to explore it this weekend. I think that's a big thought. But the props I have to get, I would have to either order online or go to Hobby Lobby, and I'd probably do better going to Hobby Lobby. That's a big probably. That's a big probably, because a lot of times Amazon will have things that Hobby Lobby don't have, especially for the Snow Miser. And so I saw like some real cute makeup looks for that, and I did see this eyeshadow palette on Facebook, and the colors are, just straight up winter. You got your different shades of blue hues, you got your whites, you got your silvers, even the creamy beige colors and things like that. So decisions. I'm sitting there driving past my place of employment right now, because I really did not feel like driving up under the taxiway. Because if I drove up under the taxiway, it'll pause my life for a second. So, is it cold here? No, not really. It's brisk, but it's not really cold here. But nothing that a light jacket won't hurt for the time being. Like my kids, I had been sending them off to school with they jackets and their hoodies, and usually by the time they get out of school, it'll be a little on the warm side. Like right now, my car is saying 68 right now in my car. So yeah. Yeah, but these last couple of nights though, I have been drained. One of the things that I don't like about when daylight saving time ends is that when I leave for work, it's like dark, and you see stars. And I'm leaving my house like at 7:30, to go to work. Like I clock in at 8. But to come outside and it's just like it's dark, and I'm like, bruh, I done woke up from my nap. It's dark. Obviously, my body has to get used, to that environmental change. And I'm up and I'm just dragging. I'm like, dude, like I do not want to go to work. So I think come next Monday, I'll be struggling too. And the thing about it is too at work, it's like it never fails. Every time I walk in there, my allergies start acting up. I'm like, dude, I've been here 22 years. So I'm actually at the intersection. I'm actually hand probably 100 feet away from that tent I was telling you guys about. So I'm finna flip my camera over so y'all can turn my signal off so y'all can see that. So ain't nobody behind me. So these are the apartments right here, and I'm just going to kind of pause. So see what I'm saying? Right there, that tent I was telling y'all about with that elderly couple. Right there, and this is the old daycare center. Right there, like that is just heartbreaking. Turn around, camera. There we go. But yeah, that is sad. But that's all we can do. Just pray for each other and pray for better days and pray these folks get it right. Stop all this nonsense. But yeah, but that. She elevates her miser look every year. Um, and so I'm very curious to see how she's going to do her look. That's one of the things that I like about these trends on TikTok, especially the recurring trends where people like elevate their look, and then too, in time, the more practice you get, the more your looks become more cleaner, more technique comes into it, comes into play and things like that. Or you may want to experiment with like different types of props and things like that. So like one of the things that I want to do, I have been researching is how to safely hold fire. Of course I know the whole alcohol trick, when you put a little alcohol and then you ignite it, but I've been looking for other ways where I can do that safely. But I'm only doing it for like a second for the heat miser look. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out. So, so the snow miser, I'll be holding ice, uh, and I'm actually wanting to look into ways to kind of have that frost coming from there. Uh, I'm pretty sure there's how to do that. I probably have to have I don't know, probably a small diffuser or something. Right, right. It's happening all over the world. It sure is. daughter must be feeling okay. She was complaining about tummy troubles earlier, but it's only 10:53, so the day is young. They call me Snow Miser. Wherever I go, I'm too much. Oh boy. I see I took that board off that front door. I'm wondering they gonna. I think I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and cut my yard. I was really hoping that this was gonna be the last cut. Hopefully after this cut, it's the last cut. Yeah. Alrighty. I am at home. I am at home and I am going to fix me some breakfast because I am starving. I think I might do some egg bacon. I got some cottage cheese and some fruits, so I'm definitely doing something to up my protein. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. Um, I will definitely see y'all later in the YouTube streets. I know TT, like I said, TT and Nisha will most likely be live in a matter of hours. And I will, I'll pop in and hang out and stuff like that. But and I'm pretty sure Skull's gonna go live tonight. Now, B-Way, is B-Way going live? I don't know. I don't know. He probably will. I know Mahaya will, so I pretty much be everywhere. I'll be everywhere. But yeah, but I am getting off of here. I will see you guys later. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Love you guys. And I'm finna count it down. So 5, 4, 3. I did. Where am I, bro, man, for the fifth floor? 3, 2, and 1. See y'all later. Bye.